we have Pokemon donuts. These are special winter edition, I think Christmas edition, Pokemon themed donuts from Mr. Donuts. I don't know why I stared like that, but let's open it up. Look at all these Pikachus. Or little dittos on the top. Alright, disclaimer, I'm actually not a huge donuts person, but I am going to try all three of these. Donut number 1, fluffy yeast dough with whipped cream, custard flavored flakes, and these are chocolate plates, and this is strawberry chocolate for the cheeks. In my last Pokemon vlog, which was the Pokemon Cafe, people were saying that it was cruel to eat the Pokemon from the head first. Is that not putting it out of its misery though? Isn't that the humane way to do it? Whipped cream inside. It actually doesn't really have much of a taste. But it's cute and it's fun to eat, so I'll give this 3 out of 5 stars. The strawberry part is so small, but I can actually taste the strawberry. Pikachu, I choose you. He comes out like this. Okay, I'm gonna save the rest of that for later tonight. That was not bad at all. I was expecting more sweet. I'm really glad that it wasn't. Next is Fungus. I think this is the cutest Pokemon donut. Just the shape, like this is so adorable. Okay, I'm gonna manhandle him. I hope he doesn't break. Okay. This is what he looks like. This is Fungus. So this one's also whipped cream filled, but this is strawberry powder and white chocolate. I can smell the strawberry. The strawberry is really strong. I'm gonna eat him from the mushroom part. It's not bad, just like dough. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, this part has whipped cream, this part doesn't. This one to me doesn't stand out as much in terms of taste. It's just not really, yeah, it's not a standout for me, but I love the design. I love the shape of it. It's so cute. But just taste-wise, it's not personally my taste. I would give this a 2 out of 5. I'm starting to get donut fatigue. I have one more to try. It has a Mimikyu wrapper, but the donut doesn't resemble anything really Pokemon related. It's similar to the others. It's chocolate, it's dough, and then it's whipped cream. I had to get it for my boy Mimikyu. It tastes how it looks. Yeah, actually out of the 3, I think this is my favorite one because it's just simple. Welcome to my Q&A. It's been a long time coming. Okay, so this first question is one that I see probably the most. This question is, how did you get your job in Japan? Did you find it before moving to Japan? So I got my job in Japan through a connection. So I know somebody who works at the company and this person invited me to come work in their division. So I didn't personally find it because I was invited. So I can't give advice on how to find jobs in Japan, unfortunately, but I will say that when I found my job in Korea, I did find that when I was living in the USA. And I found that through LinkedIn, so I was just browsing Korean jobs on LinkedIn. But in Japan, no, I did not apply anywhere. Again, I was invited, so my situation is very unique. That's why I still haven't made, a video dedicated to it, because I feel like I can't provide a lot of insight on that. Are you a model, or do you want to get into modeling? I've tried modeling before, actually. I've lived a lot of different lives. I've had a job since freshman year of college, and I've just been working since then, different jobs. One of the hustles that I tried was modeling. I tried that in LA, and then I tried that in Tokyo, actually, like 8 years ago. In Tokyo, I was in college, so I just came for like 1 month between semesters. That was a good experience, but I didn't make a lot of money. I think models are underpaid. most models are underpaid, and most of the money went to the dormitory that I was required to stay in. So I didn't end up making a lot of money, but it was a good experience and it allowed me to live in Tokyo for a month. I don't know, modeling is just not for me. I think I don't really like looking at pictures or videos of myself. I tend to get self-conscious. I know when an environment is not for me. I can just tell, like, okay, this is gonna start to make me compare myself to other people a lot, or I'm gonna get really insecure. And so modeling, I feel like, is one of those things where it's just better for me to not try that. I just know myself, and I have other ambitions that I want to pursue more than that, so yeah. Your grandpa is North Korea. This is an ethnicity question. Yeah, actually my grandpa is from North Korea. He was born in North Korea and he escaped with his father to South Korea. And that's where he met my grandmother in South Korea. And my other side of my family is my grandpa is fully Scottish and my grandma is half Irish, half German. So each of my grandparents is from a different like origin country. So I'm kind of just a mix of multiple places. Okay, I see this comment often. This is, how do I speak English so well? I'm from LA, I'm American, and English is my main language. So for everyone who also says you speak English really well and you compliment me on my English, it actually does feel nice, so thank you. Do I play video games? I say that I do, but to be honest, I haven't in a while. I don't have a TV, and so a lot of the games that I used to like were on PlayStation. But I do have a Switch, I have a Nintendo DS that I brought with me. I'm thinking about getting the new Pokemon game, but I'm not sure what the reviews are. I haven't quite read them yet. But my dad used to work at a video game company actually when I was a kid, so he would always bring home like video games for us to play. So I've always been into it. I'm more of like the older PlayStation games. I played Call of Duty with my brother, but he would always get mad at me because I'd make his like kill-death ratio bad. So, okay. What editing software do I use? I use Adobe Premiere Pro. It is a little bit expensive though, but I guess for me right now it's worth it just because I'm very familiar with it. Why did I move from Korea to Japan since I was already fluent in Korean? Firstly, I wouldn't say I'm fluent in Korean because when I moved to Korea I didn't really know any Korean. I had studied like 3 months before moving, but even then it's hard to reach like completely fluent within 2 years. But I would say I got pretty proficient. I was just very motivated to learn it. And why did I move from Korea to Japan? Job opportunity. I was unemployed in Korea for a few months and I was really looking for a job. And like I mentioned before, the opportunity in Japan presented itself, so I decided to just take a risk and do it. I never considered living in Japan or working here. I was a little bit hesitant also to move because I really liked Korea. So I watched a bunch of anime. I just binge watched a whole bunch of anime to like psych myself up to move to Japan. And it worked. It worked. Yeah, so, yeah. Are you into 80s and 90s metal like Metallica? Yes, I am. Growing up, my dad was a huge metalhead, so on actually every car ride where he was driving, which was every car ride, he would be on aux. And so I grew up listening to so much heavy metal, rock, Pink Floyd especially, Metallica especially, Led Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, Motley Crue. Oh, Iron Maiden. Also Iron Maiden, like The Trooper. I would be singing that at like 10 years old in the car. Do I watch the NFL and what's my favorite team? Yes, I watch the NFL. My dream job in middle school was, I kid you not, it was to be the first female NFL football player. That was my dream job, and me and my dad would go practice kicking field goals at the park after school. I think top is Chargers. Naturally, I'm from LA, Chargers fan. I like Seattle too, the Seahawks. How often do I see my parents and do they live in the USA? My mom used to visit me like twice a year, but she stopped doing that just for health reasons. And they're actually moving to Arizona, which is funny. So if I end up going back to the USA, even if it's just for a few months, I think I'm going to stay with them in Arizona. So I'm going to start my farming arc. Am I considering getting a pet in Japan? No, but I really wish I could. I would get a little black kitten. I think black cats are so cute. First of all, my apartment does not allow pets. And second of all, I really am considering trying something else. Maybe moving to another country. Maybe not, I just don't know, and so I feel that it's irresponsible to adopt a pet when I don't know my future plans. If I knew that I was gonna live here for a very long time and I was planning on that, I totally would. Plus, if I do end up moving to Arizona for a little bit, I will get my animal fix. Top 3 songs right now, just off the top of my head: Lights by Journey, Matsuri by Fujikaze, and My Castle Town from Deltarune, the version by the Noble Demon. I really like that version. Something that I like about each of the countries that I've visited, I'm gonna do each of the countries that I've lived in. America, I like that everyone is pretty friendly, and I like that you can just talk to random people on the street and it's not weird at all. Just small talk. Yeah, small talk. In Korea, I miss the cheap beauty products. That sounds stupid, but I'm into skincare, and in Korea they have so much great skincare products, and it's very reasonably priced as well. In Tokyo, I just love the city. I love a good city. I love walking around at night and feeling safe, and also being in a big city. Like, that is so rare to have. It's just going on a night walk with such a beautiful surrounding city, listening to my stupid video game soundtracks and not having to worry about safety, more or less. Like, obviously there's nowhere that's utopia, but more so than, like, say Los Angeles, which is where I'm from. What's it like going on dates in Japan? I've only been on 3 dates, so I feel like my data is not very viable. Yeah, I'm not sure about dating culture in Japan because I haven't dated anyone local, but dating is dating everywhere, and it doesn't change in Japan. Am I in a situationship or a relationship? Neither. As I said before, like, I've been going on dates here and there very scarcely, but I think in the end, dating apps aren't for me, so if someone's gonna find me, they're gonna have to find me in real life. Please don't take that as a challenge. But with that being said, I think I have a lot more pressing issues to focus on, and I also want to focus more on self-improvement and focus on other things like my next steps, which is probably more important at this point. How would I describe my relationship with YouTube? Do I want to set certain sub-goals or viewer counts, etc.? For me, I think YouTube is most fun just as a hobby, and I don't want to put expectations on it because that would turn it more into like a job, and I think I can see myself becoming someone that starts to get really into it and starts obsessing, like, why didn't this video do as well as this one? I want to create like a healthy boundary between me and YouTube so that it doesn't become something, you know, that I feel like obligated or I start to obsess over, or anything that would suck the fun out of it. I don't necessarily see myself doing YouTube super long term. Like I said, if I move out of Japan, I might consider not really continuing it just because I think my YouTube is rooted in Japan content. So that's something I'm also thinking about. Have you felt personal change in some way since you started YouTube? For sure. Yeah, for sure. I think I have gained confidence. I also see that question often. Yes, I think I gained confidence. It's hard to differentiate how much of that is confidence from just gained life experience versus like specifically from YouTube. So I do believe that I've gained confidence from YouTube. It's just hard to tell how much of that is from only YouTube. I also think I've gained a lot thicker skin, just becoming stronger overall. Since I started posting, that's just naturally something that's gonna happen, is you're gonna get hate comments because people online are already mad, and so when my video pops up in front of them, it's nothing to do with me, and it's just they were already mad and they want something to take that out on, and my video happens to be there. But the things that I put online are probably like 15% of my actual life. I don't really share a lot about myself on here either. Like, I don't get very deep with it. Even just the small crack that I have opened into the world, crack of my heart that I've opened to the world. Yeah, people are mean. People can be very mean, and I've seen things that I wish I didn't see. It was a lesson that I had to learn, but in that lesson, I've come out stronger. As someone who likes to travel, what's your top destination on your bucket list? Europe. I really want to go to Europe. Paris, Rome, London, Scotland, Ireland. Hopefully one day, yeah, I'll get to do a little Europe tour. Okay, the glasses are coming on. I think I'm gonna end it there because I think that's enough to fill out a video. Thank you for watching. I genuinely appreciate it. So with that, hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you later.